Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to what we do when we do what we got to do. It is Sunday morning. It's the Sunday rise, and I heard a wise man ask, "Why is the sky blue? Why is water wet? Why did Judas go get the Romans while Jesus slept?" All those things came to one conclusion, and one conclusion only: is that you had to be here, present, sanctified, ready, align your chakras ready for this thing that we call the Sunday rise. Because there's no better way, in the words of Coach Mark, there's no better way to start your Sunday off than the Sunday rise. You got the two, not one. You got the two best things that people can give you. You get the Midnight Rider, you get the Big Guy KG. It's Sunday morning, and it's the Sunday rise. And we're going to let you do these things to start your week off right. So if you came here for some shenanigans, bleep the shenanigans. If you came here for sports talk, we giving you all the sports talk. We giving you everything we got. We giving you Anita Baker, giving you the best that we got. Baby, I said a vow. KG, I can't give it to him all, KG. I can't give it to him all right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the Midnight Rider. He's the big guy, KG. And this is the Sunday Rise. And this is what we do. Because we're going to do what we got to do. But you know what's going to happen? We're not going to break her heart. Even though I love the girl so, the best thing is to let her go. And you know what? Even before that, because I can't turn this over to you without shout out to my guy, your cousin, Dwayne. I'm going to hook him up with the one thing we can't do to start this morning off is we can't let somebody have a little sweetle diddle dee without us giving it definition. So KG, take it away from there.
Thank you, Midnight Rider, for being who you are, for being here and that rousing introduction.
Hey, man. I try to do what I do, man.
Welcome to the Sunday Rise.
Because, you know, for real, if I got to be honest with, you know, what we do in these intros is like, you know, tomorrow. Because tomorrow will always bring a better you and a better me. And we all in this world. You know what? I can't do this. I can't. I'm going to hold back. Go ahead, KG. Keep going.
Oh, man. Midnight Rider is in full effect mode.
Yes.
And this is how we love it. So welcome to the Sunday Rise. Presented by the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. We got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So sit back, relax.
You can get with this, and you can get with that.
But I think you get with this. Because this is where it's at.
Yes, because engine number 9 riding down the transit line. Let's go, baby. Come on, man. We're going to do what we're going to do. It's Sunday morning. Ain't no better way than to be here with the two favorite guys, Midnight Rider, the big guy KG, and we're going to let
and
this
in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
And all we need to see is Midnight Rider start talking in third person and the date starts off correctly. That is right.
Hey, man, the Midnight Rider can only do what he is. He can only be the person he is because there's one thing that we know for sure is there's 3 great creations by God. It's the earth, there's Jesus, and it's the Midnight Rider. Let's start our day off right.
I'm going to ask a question to you, Midnight Rider.
Start with me. Let's go, baby. Because I feel like today is one of those days that we're going to talk to us, and I'm going to grab your coattails. I'm going to follow through. You're going to be the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be Morris Day, and you're going to be, you're going to get the mirror. That's all I'm saying. So I can look at myself and be the best me I can be. That's it. Because you know what it is the Midnight Rider is just only one person. He's one man. But he's one thing for sure and 2 things for certain. Great at what he does.
Well, last night we pulled.
Because you know that is the thing. when you say last night, we can do last night. Oh, we're not gonna do as yet. Okay, never mind. Never
It's
mind.
quite
Never mind.
possibly the most descriptive sexual song without being overtly sexual.
Yes.
And it took me to be an adult to really appreciate that song. I'm gonna put it that way. Because when they came out, I was like, man, I can't stand that song.
But one other thing we can do, because if we can talk about things that are in like the right complex in the right situation, we can talk about things that are tender. Like we're talking about a brisket, we can talk about ribs. We can say there's tender love.
Tender love.
Love so tender. Go ahead, man. Let's go. Let's start the show. Because we already on the tracks. We already on the tracks.
Man. Last night, we pulled the Midnight Rider and we did a live react. Midnight Rider, famous for his live reactions. We did the whole entire Saturday night main event. So if you did not catch that, please go back and check that out. That is on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Be sure to watch Saturday night main event, get your thoughts on it and everything. That's the WrestleManiacs did. And oh shoot. Showtime.
Nobody knows.
All right, we'll keep it on the hush. And it's like half the 80s and late 70s were about drug prostituting. They weren't even no. You just talk about it.
Yeah. No. I mean, we were talking about one of the greatest lines ever is backstage underage. You know what I'm saying? But now R. Kelly in jail for that. But hey,
yeah.
What's the world we living in? What's the world we living in?
This is crazy. World Cup championship is today.
Let's go.
We talked about it. We put up our predictions. I think you and I are the only ones alive. Let me go check the graphic.
You're the only one alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you got Spain. Everybody else got I had France and Morocco. Yeah. Matty Ice had the Donald Trump effect. And the correspondent had Brazil and Belgium. So yeah, it's you. You are the only person that can't. I think you did some purpose. I think you just like set it up. I was like, hey guys, I don't think there's anyone available to win this. Oh, it's me? Oh, I didn't know. It's me that's gonna win this. My bad, guys. But it's okay. It's all good.
I did no such a thing. No such a thing.
Yeah.
No such
Yeah, KG. I know you. We've done this for 6 years. It's one thing and one thing for certain. I know what you're going to do, and it's all good. It's all good, bro.
Anthony said he got Spain winning on penalty kicks. That's at 3:00 today.
That's tough. That's a tough call. So I got some things cooking today. All right, so I need all of the Sideline Junkies land to if there's a heart in the house tonight, stand up. Because I got some picks. I got some things in the hopper. And one of my things in the hopper is Sam Burns to win the British Open. And he's -10. He's in the lead right now. So we got to get him to the promised land. We got to get him to a place and a space. I need Sam Burns. So I need you guys, everybody in the podcast line. You know what? Bow your heads while we in the temple. If you believe, I need you to believe in love. I need you to believe in B. I need you to believe that Sam Burns will be the British Open champion. And if you can't find it in your heart to believe in those things, it is okay. I understand that you got other feelings and other problems and other things. But in this world, we need one thing and two things for sure. It's Sam Burns to win this British Open. Not for me, but for you. But it also helps me. because I win my bet. But I'm just saying, in this world of other people and other places, we need Sam Burns. Sam Burns. Go ahead, KG.
So that's a great segue because we're having the Open Championship right now,
Yes, sir.
and your leaderboard is as follows. Kim is at 10 under, Fox is at 9 under, Young is at 9 under, Sam Burns is at 8 under, and fourth place.
God, KG, you didn't. No, say it ain't. Oh,
He having a little trouble. He's 2 over right now in the round, so he has to come back. But Young is killing it and is making a move. He is 6 under in round 4.
KG, I don't have Kim in my bets. What are we doing here? What hole is he on? He's on 8. Sam Burns is Sam Burns, and right now, this is I can't do this right now. I can't do this live with you guys. I can't. Sam Burns is he, in the words of Deion Sanders. You know what he's doing? He is bleeping up the church's money. I was trying to get us windows. I was trying to get us lights. But if Sam Burns continues on this path, the church ain't gonna have no lights. We ain't gonna have no windows. We can't do what we do. In the great words of Bobby Brown, you gotta do what you gotta do, but you can't break her heart. And right now, Sam Burns is breaking my heart. Go ahead, KG. I'm sorry. I'm in my bag. You already know.
Well, I understand. I mean, it's one of them things where we talked about this on Thursday and how you got to play this course. Weather wasn't a factor, and it's just like, boom. Because what was I think round 1, they ended at 2 under.
Yeah.
And now you total 10 under. Like that's some good
But
golf.
but if you remember the correspondent, the man that he is, the myth, the legend, and the greatness that he exudes, he said that this round would come in about minus 13. Somewhere in that neighborhood. So if we get to minus 13, his greatness will be exalted.
A couple comments here. Going back to the World Cup. Anthony said, what scares me about this game is Spain has to have everything perfect, and they really haven't been talented enough through the tournament with how they play.
Hold on. I gotta bark back at that because Spain has only given up 1 goal in this whole tournament. So how have they been like anything? If anybody is the team that we gotta have pause and calls on, is Argentina, because Argentina has like made a way. Like they've escaped every foothold and everything that could be, and made a way to make it possible for them to be in the position to this position here. Like they've been down to 0-2 and won 3-2 against Egypt. They've been down against England and won 2-1. Like I don't see how that is a thing. And just for the sake of the people in the audience, I like to acknowledge that show some Sarah, love serve some Aaron Judge. Go ahead, continue.
Anthony also says Argentina is more adaptable in terms of how they adjust throughout the game. They complete a technical form of football, but also they can view down throughout the game.
Sarah.
Showtime says 6-4 is a crazy bronze game. Kind of wish it was the gold.
Yeah.
And I think everyone but Argentina is rooting for Spain.
Yeah, but that's also something. There's other lights behind why most people in this world will root for Spain over Argentina. And I don't want to get into those today.
And Anthony says hi to Showtime. Showtime says hello back. So
You know what, KG? Hold on. In respect to Sarah, I'm a hair flip. Even though I don't have any hair, I'm gonna give her a hair flip.
Oh, she'd have been proud of me last night. She would have been
hair
proud
flip?
of me last night. I did 2 hair flips last night.
Oh, that's my man. That's my dude.
She would have been like, she got to go back and watch. I want to know if she approves of the hair flip. Does it make the cut?
When you're flippage, like, because here it is. Because maybe we make a new thing for Maddie is he has to rate your hair flippage. Because is it Showtime quality? Because when Showtime does it, it's like, and that's like a 40. You know what I'm saying? But when you flip it, it might be like a 32.
Yeah. So. See, I kind of got the, I had to. We were on for 2 hours and some change. We were on through the whole Saturday night main event.
Right.
So I had to, stuff was coming loose. I had popped the scrunchie, so I had pulled everything down, and it's all over the face. And I had to hit the Roman Reigns.
Oh, you did that. So you gave him. Oh, so you got. We got to stop back. Dude, like, give me one more, because that might be a 40. Like, I saw that 46, but it might be a 48 if you do it right.
You had to get it. It's hanging, and I'm sitting. But the whole time I'm talking like I'm the Undertaker. I'm talking through the hair, old school Undertaker style. And it's just get the slick back.
47. That's the 47 right there. That's the 47 hair flip.
Now, see, I did.
You even flipped so bad that the hair came out. That's a 47, dog.
See,
you know what that flip right there is equivalent to. I don't know if you remember. We was at the Rosecroft, and I did the hair flip. Well, I did the hood flip.
Yes.
With the Midnight Rider thing, and walked it out, and I think that was a 47 as well. So understand where you are.
Matty Ice should be joining us in a few to talk about the event that's going on tomorrow, and we talked about it last night on the Saturday Night WrestleManiac. So we'll definitely.
Hey G, you're killing me right now because I could have cashed out. I should have cashed out. The way Sam Burns is playing, I should have cashed out. I had $81 on the table, and I was like, no, I'm gonna let this ride because I'm like the guy in Casino playing Baccarat. Like, why cash out when I can win more? And I'm regretting the decision every moment that Sam Burns is playing in this tournament.
Damn. Sorry to hear that.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. This is what we do. When you're a gambler and you understand the rules of gambling, in the words of Dusty Rhodes, hard times, baby. Hard times are going to be there. Hard times is going to come. Hard times is going to be what's going to be. But you know what else is going to happen, KG, in these hard times?
What's that?
Chris Russell. Baltimore Civic Center, baby. We're going to make it happen. Make it funky like a monkey, baby. It's you, me, loser leaves town, baby. Bring baby doll.
Right. I'm going to tell you something. One of my favorite Dusty joints when he came out, he said, look at this right here. And he had the fur coat on. He said, come on, Flair, come on out here with that cashmere coat on. Yeah, I love it. That's one of my favorite joints.
Yo, I hope Chris understands that I just do this just to mess with him, dog.
Let's jump over to the Miles Report.
Ooh,
let's talk some WNBA because there's a lot going on.
Give me a commercial break so I can have some thoughts on that.
All right, I'll give you a commercial break. We will take a break. Come back.
Hey,
we'll have the Miles Report.
What we doing this commercial break?
Huh?
What's the commercial break?
It's in the theme.
It can't be said. No, it can't be WrestleMania. Yo, you can't do this every show. Every show can't be WrestleManiacs. Dog, I'm just saying.
It's in the theme. It's in the theme.
Okay, go ahead. I trust you.
All right. So we're gonna come back. We'll do the Miles report. We'll go to Maddie, and we'll get through the rest of this because it's the Sunday Rise, baby. So stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, 19 to 34, 35 to whatever, 50 to whatever. Welcome back to the Sideline Junkies. It's the podcast that we do. It's the Sunday Rise. I am the Midnight Rider. He is the big guy, KG. And we're going to give you what we do, and we do it the best way we can. I know that there's some comments in the section, but we got to hit something first, and then we're going to get to Matty Ice. I think there's a song by Sade that the Ice likes to refer to him as, and it's called a smooth operator. So I can't deny the smooth operator being the smooth operator when he's the smooth operator. But when he comes on, ladies and gentlemen, when you get to indulge into the smooth operator, let him in. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, let's go ahead and let him in because that was a great segue. Joining us now, the one, the only host of Showtime. I'm sorry, Drive Time with Showtime, sir.
With Showtime. And with Peeve today. Peeve is here as a support cat wanting pets. So don't mind the paw and fluff that you'll see here occasionally. The fun of he's like thinking, oh wow, you're sitting at your desk on a Sunday morning. This is a special occasion.
Hey,
aren't you?
You got all the help in the world this morning.
I do, that's for sure. How you guys doing this morning?
Good, man.
Just getting ready to. We were supposed to have go to the Guards game Friday night, but Smoke decided to not allow that. So we're gonna go see Skeens pitch this afternoon at 1:40. So that will be interesting to see how
you're suffering so much that you have to go and watch Skeens as my guy Teddy is in the background.
He is. He just got fed, so he's making all kinds of noise right now. He's all kinds of happy. So, well, I know what you guys brought me on for, so let me do this real quick. And I appreciate you guys letting me do it. So, of course, we have the big show will be coming up tomorrow night. Our mutual show between with Coach Devon and I on Pretenders and Contenders. We are going to have the official summit beyond the whistles. We're going to have 4 coaches, 4 officials. You guys know I've been jacked up waiting for this show for months now. And here we are on show eve. So it's really, really cool. We're going to have a football official, Mike Mankey, a soccer official, Aaron Sugar. We're going to have Dwayne Marcus on. I think he does both basketball and football, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, myself for the hockey side of it. On the coaches side, we have Roland Stenard, who's a basketball football coach. We have Steve Rapp, who does football. We have Marcus Johnson, who does wrestling and baseball. And then we have, of course, Coach Devon, who does basketball and football. So The idea of this is not to, we're not going to do any of the "it's your fault, it's your fault" and that type of stuff. We're gonna kind of knock that right out of the way at the first little segment we're going to do, and then we're going to get into how coaches and officials can better talk to each other. What do coaches want from officials in conversations? What do officials want from coaches in conversations? That's going to kind of be the whole first segment of the show. Then we're going to get into the parents' behavior and how that's maybe affecting coaches' numbers, how it's definitely affecting officials' numbers. And then the third segment, the most important part, and the whole reason, the idea behind the show, because there have been plenty of articles people do about the lack of officials in youth sports countrywide. It's not just hockey, it's not just soccer, it's basically every sport is seeing this issue. So that's the whole point of this, is to, okay, how do we get new people into officiating, and then B, most importantly, keep them, because most sports have an 80% dropout rate after year one of officials. They officiate for 1 year and then they're gone. That's just not going to work over time in any sport. So that's the whole idea of the show. That's what we're going to start talking about tomorrow. It's going to be 2 hours of if you're involved in youth sports, it's a show you got to check out.
All right, so Maddie, I know you talk about the purpose and the whole thing about this. So, in your side, like, what do you think? I don't want to give, because I am the purveyor of content, so I will not ask you questions that interrupt with your content. But on an outside standpoint, um, like, what made you want to make this show?
Well, because working with youth officials, like, you just, like, look, I'm getting older. This is going to be year 24 for me of officiating. Like, you're starting to see it. Like, there are games where we just have one official.
Right.
There are games where they end up not having any officials. That's here, in the Cleveland area, and I know, from talking with other officials and stuff in different sports, that's going on. Like, and I think we all have a love for youth sports. Like, we want to see them do well. We want to see them continue. But the bottom line is that more and more people are dropping out and not officiating. And yes, in a lot of sports, we are the only ones that are out there getting paid. And I fully understand that. And there is some, level of being able to take stuff. But I just think too many people think that on the youth side, we have at our disposal what the pros have, like, and I think people forget we don't have 6 different angles to then go up to where we can stop and look at a replay. And every sport is they're just all getting faster, right? So officials are having to make split-second decisions and we have one shot at looking at it and getting it right. In a lot of cases, we just don't have the ability to do stuff. So I think sometimes a lot of that gets lost, and so I think this is a good way to bring stuff up, and have people kind of see what's going on, and also to side for the coaches. Like, I think this is also an issue with people, of having good coaches. And so, I think this problem is on both sides of the equation, not just one. And so that's why we want to do this show and maybe bring to light some of these issues and start then to try to figure out, okay, here's the problem. Now, how do we fix it?
All right. So the other question I want to ask you is, just as a person that's on the outside looking in, like, I don't want to say how we fix it, but, like, what are your thoughts? All right, you know what? I'll ask it this way: why is this your priority? As a question, as a sports show and a podcast journalist, and a guy that does great things on Mondays at 5 p.m. on your regular
Well,
show called Time.
it's a prior for me. I mean, solely because I love the sport of hockey, right? I mean, that's a sport that I officiate in, but I see it in other sports too. And if we want our sports to continue to develop in this country and thrive, you have to have coaches that have the ability to be able to coach, and then you also have to have officials that can officiate the game properly. Without those two things,
Right.
sports as we know it today will eventually fall apart, because yes, you might have the cream of the crop and those people are always going to be fine, but, like, you're not going to have people to feed into those programs if you don't have a good youth sports program across this country. And I think you're starting to see the effects of some of that, nationwide. as sports continue to grow, like soccer, like, with the World Cup going on right now, youth soccer is going to see a huge bump in participation from this. Okay. But do they have the officials to handle that large bump? Because
Right.
when you have more people, that means more teams. And when you have more teams, that means that you now need more officials. But if you don't have, same thing happened with hockey. Like USA Hockey saw this huge bump in registration after the Olympics for next year, which is great. But I promise you this, depending on where those teams are, we probably don't have enough officials for now the amount of games that are going to come from this. And so that's what I think people have to realize. Like, it's great if youth sports does well. But the other part of having youth sports does well is you need to have people to call these games. And if you don't have that, and especially you need to have coaches that know what the hell they're doing. Like, you don't want me going over and coaching a basketball team. I don't know anything about
Right.
basketball. I don't know the first thing, but you see lots of parents that, oh, we need a coach. Okay, well, I'll coach. Well, what's your experience? Nothing. Okay, well,
Right.
what are those kids actually going to learn from that coach? They're not going to learn probably a lot. You need somebody that knows the sport, and you need coaches that also know how to talk to officials and know how to talk to parents, because I think that's still the big side of this, that a lot of people don't, with people having cell phones at their disposal to tape video every little thing that happens at a sporting event. Now they're looking for that I gotcha moment.
True. That's very true. So, for you, what made you even want to do this show? And maybe you said
Well,
that in the comments, but
it's a shout out, I think, from Jack, because originally this was kind of an idea when, with all the interviews that he was doing. I think there was one show that he did a while back with an official on it that did football, and he
oh
talked about
yeah,
this. He talked
yeah,
about the same issues going on in football that that I see every day going on in hockey. And then that didn't really happen. But then with Coach's show, which he's got his hand on the pulse of the local sports there in the DC area, and he has coaches and kids on all the time. And I think it's a great segue between our shows. Between I've got enough officials that we know, and he's got plenty of coaches that he knows, where we can do the summit. And if it goes well, which I think it is, I foresee us doing this more than just this Monday. I could see us doing this every so often, maybe during once a summer, when when we're looking for content during the summer anyway, right? So then this next summit is, okay, what do we learn from Summit 1? And you get 4 new officials and 4 new coaches on that have totally different perspectives. And the whole idea is to have people learn something. I think tomorrow, I'm hoping parents that watch learn something. I'm hoping coaches that watch and participate learn something. And I'm hoping that officials that watch and participate learn something. Like, that's the whole key for tomorrow, is to have us all gain a better understanding of where we're at in youth sports right now.
okay. So here's the other thing I want to do. Ask you is, um, like, what I know you said the whole thing about making sure everybody knows and understands. But why was this so important to you?
Well,
Because I know you and Jack, this
being
the
on
first. I know you and Jack had this conversation many times before, but like, what put it in your mind to
I
be
mean,
just
yeah, being on the ice, of course, like dealing with it,
right?
yearly, season in, season out, trying to mentor these young officials and watching how parents respond to this 14-year-old that's wearing stripes for the first time and just laying into them, which, we all know my jokes about throwing out parents, and most of my parental throwouts are from them yelling, like, at a youth official, like, you can yell at me all day long, I don't care. Like, I just, most of it's white noise for me. But for the younger officials, they haven't learned that skill yet. So that's why, like, I want, like, in part of our mentorship towards young officials, we have to have a good scenario for these youth officials to come back, because ultimately, my time on the ice is winding down. Between my knees and body, I'm trying to get to year 25. That's my goal. Is to get to years, have 25 years on the ice. If I do that, then it's going to be a year by year after that. But as my time winds down, like, I still, Teddy's getting, as he gets older, he's going to maybe participate in youth sports or whatever it is that he wants to participate in. But if he does participate in youth sports, like, I want to see, like, that those programs doing well and well run, and having officials to officiate them. It's all about the future, right? You got to have these things in place for the future generations.
All right. So my next question is off script. So there's a realm out here where there may be a buddy cop movie with the Midnight Rider and Teddy. How comfortable are you with the buddy cop movie of the Midnight Rider and Teddy?
Well, like I said, it won't be. It's not my final call on that. That's got to get parental
No, no,
support.
we gotta get approval. I understand.
I thought that the whole thing that you sent me was hysterical, but I don't think that's gonna. It may not make it anywhere on social media. We'll just have to put it
Okay.
like that. So we'll
All right,
see.
it's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna throw it out there, KG. I'll send it to you on private channels. Um, it's very
It was hysterical. I loved it, but
yes,
you
it's a great bit because you
mean
know what I am. I am
I
the
know
ambassador of bits.
you are for sure, and I could just see where it would go from there. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't. We need parental approval for sure.
Yes,
'Cause
yes, we do.
this is this. KG. Um, get your arms loose because here we go. Here's a guy that's got a bit that's gonna be off the hook if we can make it happen. That's all I'm gonna say. Even see, Matty can't even stop laughing because he knows this is a great bit. This is one of the greatest bits I've ever came up with. Like I will say this for sure. One thing for sure, two things for certain. This bit, if parentally approved, is going to be dope. That's all I'm gonna say. KG, just be ready. Maddie, love you. Thank you, man.
I'm working on it.
See you tomorrow, 6. With
Yep,
one of the
6.
greatest shows I think we'll ever have as a network.
Yep,
Um,
6 p.m. to 8. 8. Probably. I'm saying 6 to 8, but I got a funny feeling it's going to run a little long. But we'll see
I
what
think it'll
happens.
be.
So.
I think. Yeah. Get ready. Get your hydration, because yeah.
Yes.
Well,
All right.
But
know this, Maddie. If you do run long, you got carte blanche. Take as long as you need.
Yep, we will. We're not going to throw anyone out on this one, so I'll try to keep it. I got an idea to keep it. I just sent out the agenda to everybody and kind of some questions that we're going to ask because I want people to like think about their answers. I don't just want, like I want, especially coaches, officials, I want some thought going into what they give answers. And then my hope is too, we'll have, Scooter's going to kind of run the show as far as, moderating it. And as people give answers, I think that's going to hopefully lead into other questions for us to go into as well. So it should be fun. Like you guys know, I've been looking forward to this show for a long time. I'm hoping we get lots of people in to watch it. We will allow comments in the show too. Showtime's going to be kind of our comment moderator. I can't get, we'll try to show as many of them as we can, but if they're coming in fast and heavy, like I don't want to take it away from our guests either. So we'll probably show them, but we may not give a lot of verbal on them. But if there's a good comment with a good question, we'll definitely take that and run with it. But we definitely want to see the comments. So bring them in as we talk about the show tomorrow for sure. It's going to be fun, and I can't wait for it.
Okay. Thanks, Maddie, for sure.
Thank you guys.
Thank
as
you,
always.
Maddie.
I'll be in the comments.
Yes,
I
sir.
know.
All right, see you guys.
I know. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the one, the only Matty Ice, host of A Drive Time with Showtime Sarah and Scooter. Big show coming up tomorrow. Make sure you are on the network to catch that 6 p.m. No excuse why you shouldn't be there, because this has been in the making for quite some time, and it's going to be a bomb burner, baby. So I got to make sure I put the graphic out tomorrow with some music, and we're going to flood your social medias with it tomorrow so you don't forget. All right, Midnight Rider
is Baltimore Civic Center. Me and Christopher. No, all right, what we got next, Doug? Let's take a break.
Take the break. Take another break.
And then we get to the next part. That's because Maddie deserves that.
Yeah,
and that's something that's like very important to the network as a network. So let's take a break and we come back and I'll grab your coattails and we go from there.
All right. Stay tuned.
Gosh, I gotta give a shout out to the guy. I know there's a guy, and there's a guy beside the guy, and there's a guy beside the guy beside the guy beside the guy. But whoever the guy beside the guy beside the guy beside the guy beside the guy is that made that promo. He does some good stuff, man. I mean, he don't do dope shit, but yeah, he out there. You know what I'm saying? Give him a shout out. But
See,
I am the Midnight Rider. This is the big guy KG, and we are doing a show, and we don't want to wax poetically. We don't want to live aimlessly in the windows and the weeds and the birds and the chimes. But what we do is we do this show Sunday rise. We start your morning off and we start your week off. And if you ain't ready to get your week started right, I mean, you ain't in the right place. Cause like Moses can get you to a place, but he can't get you to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? John the Baptist can do what he do, but he can't get you to where Jesus can take you. What I say this, and I say this way, and I hope you understand it, is there are people that are provisionaries. There are people that make the world get you to a certain place, but there are other people that take you to forever in the places that you're supposed to be at. And if you want to be at the place that you're supposed to be at, and to take you where you gotta be, then you gotta be here. Sunday Rise, Midnight Rider, Big Guy KG, and anybody else that comes on. So if you want to live life the right way, stay here. But if you want to be stuck in the pearls, you want to be stuck in a place that isn't forever, go ahead and be with the John the Baptist. Go be with the Moses of this world. But if you want to be in a place where God will take you to the promised land, then come on and jump on with the Sunday Rise.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Couple of comments real quick because Anthony, I think Anthony, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think you're excited about World Cup today.
Yeah,
I think you are excited about World Cup.
hold on, I gotta take my glasses off.
He said in Spain has been forced to play in a game where every challenge is congested, consistent, and team is playing physical for 90 minutes. Most of the teams have tried to play Spain's game, which is not smart tactical thing to do because Spain is the best when they have possession consistently throughout the game, and not being contested, and teams are lacking back all the way time. And he said, well, on the other hand, Argentina is adaptable. They can play ugly and physical for 90 minutes, but they also can outmaneuver you tactically and play a more tactical game. Gotta love it, man. All right, rocking over to the Miles report, WNBA.
All right, hold on. You gotta give me a second on that. But yeah, let's talk about last night. Okay, I'm good. Glad you didn't jump on that. So the Fever 108 over New York 88. Breonna Stewart gave us 26 points. The whole Liberty, actually no, the Liberty starting five was 4 out of 5 was in double digits. On the Fever side, Mitchell gave you 33. Clark only gave you 17, but she did give you 7 assists. But I think the problem on the Clark side of this, and I think you will I think Clark is being put in a point where every time she complains about something, we get a problem. And it shouldn't be a problem. It should just be like a player having a complaint. But all of a sudden it becomes news or fodder for us to go through. But I'll let you have that comment or your rebuttal. But after that, we're gonna move on.
Well, that'll be a good segue because I think every time she goes and she falls to the floor, something, and she argues a call, it seemed like it's amplified now. She's been doing that her whole entire career. She's been doing that. She did that in college. If she felt she wasn't getting fair treatment, she spoke up. But now it's like, oh my God, she's taught, but she's not the only one that does it. She's not the only. It's a lot of ladies that do it. Hell, it's a lot of men that do it.
Right. Totally agree with you, bro.
Some referees, officials, they want to call the game down the middle, so they're going to call it down the middle. Other ticky-tack, and it's a compilation on social media of worst technical foul calls. Like Jason Tatum getting called for a technical foul because he clapped his hands too loud. So you have some officials that go on power trips, and Caitlin Clark got a tech the other night for arguing the call. And I think it was a push-off. But it's going to get to the point that these ladies are going to start getting quiet, and then they're just going to start going on runs. But I don't have a problem with her arguing. Hell, LeBron argues all the time, and I don't have a problem with it. I laugh at it. It's funny. But do I have a problem? No, because it's a part of the game now. Like, gotta stop overanalyzing what she does, because what she's doing is the same thing that everybody else is doing, but she's under more of a scrutiny. So this is not a problem. This just need to be let go and just please stop.
That's funny you say it that way. Because I don't know if everybody is comfortable with like moving on from her theatrics, her motions, her movements, the way she operates in this life. We can always be in this world, but she has to, when she gets fouled, it can't be a one-off. It has to be, you know what? Let me take it back a step. It's not, it should be a one-off. And it should be a red line in the blue sky. But she wants it to be every day and ordinary for everyday people. She wants it to be Tennessee. She wants us to take it to another place, take it to another lane, and help us understand. Go ahead. You can go ahead, KG. You're good.
I'm gonna say this. And
I got you. Yeah,
you did, because you got me. What is it about what she does. What's the difference between what Brady did for so many years?
Right.
If you push Brady down right as he released the ball, he would sit on the ground and they throw the flag, roughing the pass. He just threw a pick, throw the flag. Now, instead of Brady, who's retired and running around smacking Logan Paul, Brady has just become my favorite person in the world because he smacked Logan Paul. But
I know. I saw that.
But this is to deviate a little bit. This is what I mean about Logan Paul. He's ingratiated himself to the business. He's become a heel, and he's become a heel's heel because I can't stand him. That's why I love him, because he's doing his job because I can't stand him. So, then you look at Patrick Mahomes, who does the same thing. If Patrick Mahomes gets touched, the first thing he's doing is throwing his hands up, looking, if his uniform's not clean, it's a problem. So what's the difference? That's what I don't understand. What's the difference between what Clark is doing, what I've seen Alyssa Thompson do? I've seen multiple NBA players do it. I've seen multiple NFL players do it.
Right. Totally agree.
Maddie checking in. He said, "Got to remember, because you don't always have the conversations on the court field / ice. Could have been a previous warning. I've heard enough, and it's done. But player keeps going. Yeah, or kept going. Yeah. And I think that's what we need to start doing. The refs need to start being mic'd up again.
That's going to get dicey, because now we're going to have to have conversations, because what the league's going to do is they're going to monitor those conversations to make sure that they don't have the wrong conversations be in place.
So we won't get another mic'd up of, "Hey, Michael, I didn't see the foul, but if you said it's a foul, I'll call it. You said it's a foul, right? I'll call it."
I knew exactly where he was going. Like this whole thing stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God. But it's one of those things. I mean,
just one of those days.
Anthony said, "How outrageous does a technical have to be for a referee to turn it into a flagrant foul?"
It depends on the referee.
Yeah. And I like this, talking about Clark and talking about the WNBA as a whole, because I'm looking at the standings for the WNBA. The Minnesota Lynx are out in front of everybody at 20-6. They got a 1-game lead over the Valkyrie, who are 19-7.
Who plays for the Minnesota Lynx?
Go ahead.
Who plays for the Minnesota Lynx?
One Olivia Miles.
Olivier Miles. I'm sorry. That's my new joint, dog. It's M-E.
Shoulders above the rest.
Because you got to respect this moment. Instead of METHOD man, it's now OLIVIA Miles.
I'll take that.
That's the new show bit. That's the new show thing. Like we may not even acknowledge her outside of, like, we gotta go when we go to Miles Report. We might have to say, yo, OLIVIA Miles Report. I think that's our new.
There it is. See, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a bit happening in real time, and the setup is real. So that's where we'll go from now on. Hannah Hidalgo is not in the league yet. She won't be in the league until next season.
I think it's next year.
Another college season.
Yeah. Dog, yo, Anthony, you got to understand what network you're on and who you're talking to. Because I am the Hannah Hidalgo, Olivia Miles purveyor of hope. So you're not shocking us when you talk about Hannah Hidalgo. We've been there. We've been here for years.
And speaking of that, Olivia Miles, Caitlin Clark, it brought up a good question. And I'll say,
let's go. I love this question.
What are qualifications to be face of the league? And it's not just WNBA, it's any league. I want to know what the qualifications are. This is where the question came from. I was doing a little scrolling early this morning. You know,
you was scrolling.
I was scrolling. I was
scrolling. Scrolling to the left, scrolling to the right. You didn't got to do. I knew I got you.
They were talking about Clark, and
because I be scrolling. I'm sorry. All right.
Caitlin Clark had herself a ball game night before last. I think she had 44 and 10 first NBA player to score 44 points and have 10 assists. So she made history. And somebody said, well, she's the face of the league. And Jemele Hill, you know I love Jemele Hill. She said it in the most respectful way. She said, although this feat is unlike anybody else's feat, you can't make her face of the league because when we talk face of the league, she hasn't won anything. Your face of the league is A'ja Wilson. And then behind A'ja Wilson, you have possibly Kelsey Plum, Breanna Stewart. We got names that we can name, but she's not one of them. You know, neither is Angel Reese. They are popular, but they're not the face of the league. And in my opinion, you know, I said, what qualifies being face of the league? I don't think it's just predicated on winning. I don't think it's predicated on popularity. I think it has to be different things. And I would love to hear everybody's opinion on that. So I'll start with you, Midnight Rider.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a man of many wishes. And I just hope everybody doesn't get caught up in the things that I'm about to say. But I think the face of the league is she has goggles. She has a fro. And if you don't believe in Olivia, the OLIVIAMILES, then you got problems. There's nothing better. It's what God intended for this thing to be. It's the space that when the Lord said, like they be like, when he said on the third day, his son's going to rise again. The other thing he said is Olivia Miles will play basketball in the WNBA. And if you can't get comfortable with that, I ain't got nothing for you. You can't make me believe in anything else other than Olivia Miles. You can't make me believe in anything other than Jesus. You can't make me believe in anything else than God. Because he said 7 days. Jesus had his resurrection. And the last thing he gave us was Olivia Miles playing basketball in the WNBA. KJ, you know what I've done. And I said this a few years ago. It's her and Hannah Hidalgo. And when Hannah Hidalgo gets in the league, I will have my rant about how much I love Hannah Hidalgo. But for right now, one thing for certain, I got to give all my love, all my praise, all the things that I believe in, and everything that is what is the Midnight Rider, what he is at his essence. We're not like the essence of the Midnight Rider. The pure point, the purest thing that is the Midnight Rider is Olivia Miles. Like if you don't even know me, if you haven't watched the show, but you caught an episode randomly, you know, if you caught an episode randomly, and you was like, oh, I might know what this guy likes. You know what it's gonna be? Olivia Miles. So I can't help it. I can't give you anything more. I can't help anything that you feel, but Olivia Miles.
Well, let me ask you this. Speaking of Olivia Miles, now the boss checking in. He said, "I don't think the WNBA has the face of the league at this
Olivia
present."
Miles. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Caleb. I didn't mean to be rude. Olivia
I
Miles.
really think it's Olivia Miles because that's all everybody's been talking about right now. And a lot of people would say it's Asia Wilson. Here's the thing about Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson is the best player in the league, but the world has to come to a place. Like we have to understand, there's offerings, there are messiahs, there are things that we have to bow down to and understand that it is the place in the world for these things to happen. And the one thing that has to happen is we have to acknowledge. I'm sorry, KG. KG, you know, and I know what I'm about to say. So go ahead and put your ones up because we have to acknowledge that it's Olivia Miles. She is the Roman Reigns. She is the thing. She makes business happen. And you can live in all the fallacies that you want. But if you don't bow down to the Church of Olivia Miles, then you live in this world in the wrong place, in the wrong space. And I can't help you. Because there's one thing that Midnight Raider will do, and I will do it always. I will die on the cross of my beliefs. And this cross is Olivia Miles. And you can have your Asia Wilsons, you can have your Chelsea Plums, you can have all those other chicks. But when I know and I see the place that I gotta be, is that I gotta live recklessly and unabashedly in the hopes and the dreams that is the place that is Olivia Miles. So put your ones up, understand we are witnesses to the greatness that is Olivia Miles.
Now, if Maddie still in the comments there, Maddie, who's the face of the NHL?
Oh, that's Ovechkin.
Who's the face of MLB?
I think that's Shohei.
I got Shohei. Now here's a tough one.
Oh, KG, you know what you're doing right now, right? You're giving up content. I don't know how many times we got to do this. I don't know how many shows we got to do. You can't not give the world content that the world isn't ready for. Sometimes you got to save some stuff. You got to segue it. You got to put it out and be like, ooh, what do you think? You can't always say what you think in the moment. KG, expect better from you.
Well, I understand what you're saying.
I know you do.
And I see your magazine.
You know what's funny is I had a conversation with somebody outside the network, and they looked at me and said, "Oh, content, my bad."
Let me just say this. When it comes down to being the face of the league, it's not, you got to have skill, but you also got to be popular.
No, I totally agree.
You got to be, you can't be on a bottom dwelling team and say, "Oh, I'm the face of the league." I don't know anybody that's been on a bottom dwelling team and been face of the league.
I like where you're going with this, but we also know that, you know, things in this world happen because they are not initiated and not involved in the things that we're doing. Like we're having conversations about a guy who wants to be called the Iceman, but the bad thing about him is the Iceman thing is a thing from Trae Young in Atlanta, and then he wants to be also called the Iceman himself, and that's George Gervin. And it's like, yo, you don't have any concepts of the greatness that are the people that came before you. That's the part that doesn't make sense.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You have no choice. I say dope shit. I do dope things. Nah,
I will say this. Can Caitlin Clark be the face of the WNBA?
no,
Yeah, she's not the face of the WNBA right now.
no. I think her issue is she's starting to complain too much, and that's taken away from her shine for not like so. The casuals will be okay with her saying that, hey, um, like even that play, the knee contusion thing, like that was garbage. That's a basketball play. And she went to the ref and complained, and I'm like, yo, like get over yourself, get over it. So
That
so I don't get like she's making it. Also, she's making it hard for us to like get where she wants to be. If that makes sense.
that does make sense. The knee contusion, and then I think somebody gave her up and under. Now,
Yeah.
one thing I've always been taught: stay on your feet.
Right.
But she gave her the up. She went up, and you put that shoulder into him, separate that space, and you get that shot off. I make
Though,
the up and under my whole entire life. You get off your feet, that's your fault. And she got off her feet, got the up and under. The bucket was made, and then when they inbounded the ball, she crumples to the floor.
KG, the funniest thing about that part that you're talking about is my pops love him all day, every day, 3 times on a Sunday. The worst thing he ever told my buddy, he said, dude, Markel, I'm sorry, Linwood, Markel Wade. He told him, he's like, hey, when you get into a play and they get close to you, what you gotta do is you gotta shoot them a little chicken wing. And when it was like a little elbow, it's real quick, it's real subtle, and that'll get you space. And at that time, he used to play basketball with me and my buddy Thomas McAfee, right? And me and Thomas, um, we weren't. I'll put it this way: we weren't exactly the ballet of basketball. It was very physical. It was very contact oriented. If you get the gist of what I'm saying to you. So when we played, it was just like um, New York Knicks, Miami Heat, '90s basketball. And when he played with us, he was like, "All right, I got it. I can't be physical because they stronger than me." And my dad taught him chicken wing. And once my dad taught him chicken wing, I hate him. I called my dad. I got in the house and I cussed my dad out. I was like, "Oh, why you give him the chicken wing?" Oh, old people. So we used to get the chicken wing, and boom, he get a layup. So I get where you're at. I understand what you're saying. Totally, bro.
It's a basketball move, man. But that chicken wing, boy, this part of the
Boy,
arm right here, you get that right there. Just a
yeah.
little bit of that, a little bit of this right here. It gives you enough space to get a shot off. That's it.
Yo, dude, I hated it, but I understood it because all right. So, um, I'm not the most. I'm always I was the defensive guy, you know. In college and in the leagues we played in, and I'll never forget. I had my crossover, and my cross was my thing. Like if I came down, I had to introduce you to my crossover. So I hit many people with it. Um, the wrong person I hit with is this dude Demetrius Somerville, and I swear to God, if this NBA that we live in now and Demetrius Somerville was playing basketball, I don't know if Steph Curry would be the guy that Steph Curry is. This dude, again, KG, I'm being very honest with you. I came down because in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's a basketball dude. I'm gonna give him the business. So I hit him with the DC cross, boom, boom, boom. And then he proceeded, because I know I disrespected him. He proceeded to give me the unabashedly most um suburban version of I'm gonna let a dude find out about how I play basketball. And he literally, the first time after I hit him with the cross, he was like, "Oh, okay," because I saw it in his head, because I knew I got him. And then he was like, "Oh, that's a wheel." So he came down the next possession, literally took 2 steps across half court, shot a three. I was like, "Oh," he nailed it. And then the next possession, he came down and made a step across half and shot a three. And at this point, your boy, the midnight knew, yeah, I messed up. I messed up. I either gotta pick him up full court or yeah, I'm in for some. I'm in for something. Yeah,
Mm.
it was him, and I don't know if you remember. I don't know what his name is. His first name is, but it was a cat named Kellogg that he went to UMass. He was in the backcourt with He was in the same backcourt with UMass and Canby. Canby was a center, but it was the two guards, and the Kellogg kid was he actually was a assistant coach at Mason, and I swear to God, he played in our little, what was that called? Our it wasn't it was a it was whatever the league was called. He played in it, and I swear to God, for 5 shots or 6 shots, he just came across half, took 2 steps, and shot the basketball and nailed every shot. And I was like, okay, we done here. We done. God, I don't know what we got.
Man, that
Like,
brings back a
yo,
bad memory,
Mason,
boy.
those Mason runs used to humble a dude, man. But I knew one thing: if you got me in the post with a dude that was 6'5" but skinny legs, he wasn't gonna back. He wasn't gonna back me down in the post, because 5'8", 225, benching at that time. I think my max was 375. Yeah, you're not. Nah. Mm-mm.
Oh, you was killing it.
You don't know
Low
about the
body
summer of
strength,
four?
upper body strength. You was killing it.
You don't. I had a summer of four. There was a summer that. All right, so KG. I mean, all right, guess everybody that's listening. Um, I read an article, and the article said that Deuce Staley bitched a manly, I think it was 375. So I got to 375, but my mission that whole summer was 400. And unfortunately for me, I went and played in a tournament in Richmond, and no, it's Virginia Beach. I played a flag football tournament in Virginia Beach. I went up to catch a pass, and like I landed, and the way I landed on my shoulder and my arm, um, I messed some things up in my shoulder and my arm. So at that point, I was like, all right, I'm good. But the whole mission of that summer, like any of my boys, they were like, hey, what you doing this week? Or what you doing this summer? I was like, yo, Deuce Staley mentions because in the article, I think they said Deuce Staley benches are mainly 400 pounds. And as a competitor and as an athlete, I took that person. So my whole summer was to bench 400. I didn't get there because of the shoulder injury, but yeah, my whole goal was to bench a mainly 400 pounds. And I know you know what I'm talking about because you understand those missions. Yeah.
I read a Sports Illustrated article about Jamal Anderson.
Yes.
And you know, Jamal Anderson had big thighs. He had Earl Campbell thighs. It was like he benched 660.
Yeah.
I was like, if he can do that, and I used to always tell people, I say, man, I pride myself on my thighs. You know, I worked hard on these thighs because, well, I did. I mean, running.
You might pause that somewhere.
I had to. I wasn't the fastest,
right?
So I couldn't always outrun you. Yeah. So if I couldn't outrun you, I had to run through you. You got to have strong thighs to do that. And I would sit and I would squat and I would go like I think the most I got up to 600 at one time squat. And I always wanted to stay there, but I got out of the gym. So I got to get back into the gym and get back up there.
So if we want to do that, my best moment ever was at Incline 315. Yeah. Yeah, dog. My boys was like, "What? You want to do this?" I was like, "Yeah." I got a straight rep of 315. And it wasn't like they held the bars. It was like, all right, I'm gonna take it off, I'm gonna get it up, boom. And it was like, yo. Like, yeah. Their reaction was like, huh? 315? You just
315?
Yeah. But that summer was one of the best workout summers of my life. We actually had dudes see us work out, and they was like, oh, we want to do what y'all do. So we had this circuit. If we was outside, we did pull-ups. You had a pull-ups set. Then you go and do push-ups. Right? So you do like whatever 10 push-ups, and you had an incline and a decline push-up set. Right? Then when you finish that, you'd run to the next station. The station was like a sandbox. So you had to do squats around, like it was a squat slide around that little thing, right? When you got finished with that, the next station was parallel bars. So down the parallel bars, you had to do triceps, and you had to move yourself across the thing as you do dips. So you do dips, boom. Once you finish that, you'd run. I think the next thing was you ran back and you started over again. That summer, I swear that was my strongest summer ever. Strongest summer ever. And I swear, the only reason it sticks out to me is not because of the summer. It's because cats were like, yo, they saw us doing it. And it was like, yeah, we're going to do it. And they came and they only did it once. After they did it once, we never saw those dudes again.
Wow.
Only place you can get random workout stories and sports knowledge is Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. Big Guy KG, Midnight Rider.
All right, it's Sunday, baby. What you eating?
I don't know. I really don't know. We're gonna figure it out, and yeah.
I'm
I
in the
think,
same boat.
yeah.
It's leftovers.
Oh,
Whatever's in-
yo, hold on. Sparkle. I need. I'll make the crust ahead of time, but I'm gonna need bread sometime soon.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'll give you the heads up because I want to take the bread with me somewhere, and it's not gonna be Tennessee, but I'll take it with.
All right. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. We'll figure out something.
All right, cool.
I still got that pork shoulder that I really need to throw out, but I don't know how I want to cook it, so I don't want to throw it out. I don't know if I want to slow cook it in the oven, or do I want to slow cook it in the crock pot?
No, you do. If you can do a post shoulder, you do it in the crock pot, and what you do is you laminate that with the barbecue sauce and yo, come on, can't you?
See that, but that I'm like, do I want to do it the old school way? But if I
Nah,
do it,
you lay it in, you lay that pork shoulder in there and let that pork shoulder fall apart. Um, like the best thing about pork shoulder in the slow cook is like it's gonna let you know, like it's gonna tell you what it needs, and then you throw your barbecue sauce into it. You throw your
Mhm.
other elements, your my SAT word, your natural accoutrement. You throw your accoutrement in there, and you good to go, baby.
Mm.
Make it happen, man. I'm telling you, dog. It's gonna if you do it slow cooker with the pork shoulder, it's nothing but it's and then you get because I don't know what you want, but I get hamburger buns or actually me, I do a Chicago roll and get a couple of those, toast them up, and then you get you like a homemade barbecue sauce or regular barbecue sauce, and you get some pickles, maybe some onions, and you make it happen, man. The pork shoulder is the easiest part of this. The other part is like how much do you want to delve into the yeah. I sounded real fat just now. I'm sorry.
No. See, that's the thing. It can't sound fat because this is lessons.
Right.
This is a summit, if you will, before the summit tomorrow. So this is great minds coming together and trying to figure out something. So
Yeah.
time to wrap that shit up, B. What you got to end it off there, Midnight Rider?
Man, I just want to say this is one of the best weeks of my life. I've had a good time. I've had some fun. Spent it with some people, and I'm cool. And if what I've done this weekend has the opportunity to echo in eternity, sign me up for eternity.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Tomorrow is July 20th. It is a special day because the one, the only, Ash turns 14.
Oh, yo,
So
I think we gotta talk because Ash don't love me the way she used to. Like she used to give me pictures and stuff, and now I don't. She don't even talk to me. So I
bad.
don't know what that is.
Right now, Dunsky out. It's
Oh, she don't like
summertime.
me.
She be up till 4, 5 in the morning.
Okay, it's all good.
But she's tomorrow. Then in 2 weeks, on the 2nd, Xavier 18.
Man, he's Xavier, man. I can't keep calling him Xavier. I'm messing.
You know where that came from, right?
I keep messing with y'all because of that.
Do you remember a player used to play with the Pelicans? Xavier Henry.
Yeah.
And I used to play 2K all the time. And I'd be like, you know what? He was about 1 or 2. And I was like, we're going to call you Xavier from now.
No, I love it because it's a bit. It's a bit, and you know who I am. The
So it all
ambassador.
depends on it all depends on the context, because it could be Xavier, it could be Xavier, it could be Xavier. It just depends on what
Well,
what day it is, what time it is, what the weather's like outside. The kid with many different names, though.
of course, you talk to a guy who has many names: Fat Poet, Fat Calrissian, Midnight Rider. I mean, of course, I get names and bits. The ambassador bits, the king of bits. Because you know what happens at the end of the day? Bits matter.
I love it, man. I love it. This is right here, ladies and gentlemen. This process that you just witnessed over the last hour and 26 minutes is what it's like to work with somebody that thinks exactly how you're thinking. They know where you're going. You know where they're going. This is what a backcourt does to set the table.
Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas, baby.
Don't matter who running the point. We're gonna get it done.
Hey, kick.
So thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Man, don't forget, we're gonna flood social media tomorrow. Don't forget, you have Summit Behind the Whistle tomorrow at 6.
Yes.
So be sure to check that out.
Make it do what it do, baby.
But until then, that's the Midnight Ride. I'm the big guy, KG. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday, getting your week started. And we are out of here.